I always need to clean my glasses before these. Hey everyone, Matt from Soundrolling.com. Thank you for joining me again for Daily Vlog 5, as it's kind of called at the moment. This one, because I'm still kind of rushing around, I've kind of just knocked this up. So again, to hopefully provide some more value. There's also a new site up. I've also uploaded all the sound chats to YouTube as well as the site, so then you can download audio versions as well. Although still updating that at the moment, so depends how soon you're watching this video. Finished my last shoots on set, potentially, because something may come in on Monday, I don't know. So we'll kind of see about that, and I'll kind of be darting around anyway, just trying to see people before Christmas. So I wanted to, I guess, share kind of a first gear setup. Sorry, that's what I was kind of trying to lead to. This is terrible. I'm not even going to edit this. I'm going to shame myself into thinking about stuff through more. But yeah, so first gear setups. Because I think now the options today are much, much greater than they were kind of even 5 years ago. And I just kind of wanted to share the first kind of setup I had, and I was rocking for quite a long time. And 2011, and I have a Edirol R44. And I don't have any other gear, just that, kind of left over from film school. I'd finished the previous year in 2010, and then followed a girl out to Canada, and then that didn't work out, although that could be a whole separate 90-minute blog that I'll maybe share in a couple of years' time. And so I got back, and I was on Mandy.com like every day, just like pressing refresh, and just sending off for stuff, trying to do as much as I could. My plan was kind of just to rent stuff, rent all the other stuff that I needed. I think I might have had an NTG2 as well, and like an XLR, but that was it. Like no blimp, no dead cat, no pole, nothing. So 2 weeks I did this, so I got back, and I've only been in London, actually, so I should kind of update now. So fast forward to now, I've only been in London for like 2.5 years, kind of moved in 2012 finally. So before that, I was actually travelling from Dundee, Scotland, and travelling from Dundee to London, basically, which is an 11-hour bus journey. If you ever have a lot of time to kill, that is the way to do it in a really painful way. But kind of scratch that. So let's go back. It's 2011. I'm actually at my dad's I think I was in my dad's. Yeah, I was in my dad's around Nottingham, and applying every day. Like, it's been like 2 weeks. I like didn't want to get a job yet. I was just like determined to try and get odd shoots. I think I might have done 1 or 2 short films before. I definitely had done loads in school because I could obviously use all the equipment there. So I had a good like 30-40 projects under my belt. So I kind of had something to show, which was good. But essentially I then land on this thing, pressing refresh, and bang, there's like feature film. It's going to be 6 weeks. It's going to be traveling from London to Turkey, and they start. So this is on the Thursday that I saw the advert, and they're like, okay, and it starts on the Monday, like the actual shoot. So I just apply because I'm just applying for everything, and then they respond back because I think I'm like one of the first to respond. So they're like, okay, cool, yeah, come down to London on Friday. And we'll have a chat. Went down and met the director, Philippe, and we just kind of talked through the project and stuff. And obviously he was seeing other people that day and things. And so I went back. I was just kind of really just open and honest about kind of what I did, what I've done before. Kind of didn't mention about equipment because I was kind of just focusing on like how I would deal with things. And then they called me back and they wanted me to go on Saturday as well, because obviously the shoot's on Monday, remember, so this is still pretty tight to rope in a person in the last minute. And then they said, okay, yeah, we'd like you to come, which I thought was amazing. And then I was like, well, you know that fee that was going to come at the end? Like, could I use it all at the start to buy all my equipment? I literally, on Saturday, I bought a blimp, I already had an NT2, a boom pole, a load of XLRs, like 2 more, just so I had backups. And then I rented 2 G3s as well. And that was me. So then for 6 weeks, that was kind of a first break, and that's all I was using. So I had my Edirol R44, and then I bought a bag for it as well, I think a petrol bag. And I was literally just using that, which was just mad. So, yeah. Fast forward to now, obviously you got the sound devices 688, got the Super CMIT, got like 4 channels of Lectrosonics, Sonics, got 5 channels of G3s, got Sanken COS 11s, DPAs, you name it. It's like got lots of stuff now. Got to a very, very decent level, even by kind of feature film standards. It's decent gear, but the main thing, firstly, that got me the job, I think, was my attitude and just being very kind of chilled out, I guess, but very kind of confident in myself and kind of what I wanted to do, kind of best intentions going forward. And then the other thing, I guess, was just going on Mandy every day. Again, it's the place for like entry level positions. Another thing is moving to London. So again, any of you guys in the UK, it's probably a very good bet if you want to kind of just easily slip into the film industry kind of stream, as it were. Then coming to London is kind of a good place to start, at least for a couple of years, and then it's quite easy to now move out because lots of stuff is going on in Manchester and Cardiff, and especially if you want to do TV, then you have even more flexibility, I feel. Although TV isn't really my realm, kind of prefer the feature film creative content type things first. So that kind of ends the kind of talk. So it is kind of more of a vlog than kind of tactical training, but it's just to say that regardless of what equipment you have, as long as you know how to place a microphone, as long as you know how you're dealing with actors, as long as you have the right attitude and the right intentions for what you're going to do and how you're going to go about it, and you seek kind of, I guess, advice and things like that beforehand and from other people and from the whole community and all the Facebook groups and stuff, you're going to be okay. So yeah, I'm not quite sure who this was aimed at or how this came about, but it all started off because people keep mentioning to me over and over again, and have for the whole time, like, oh, well, I have a Zoom, or I have a whatever, and they kind of look as if I'm going to get really angry. I'm like, well, yeah, okay. You can use a recorder. A recorder is a recorder. A recorder is different to a mixer. Why would you need a mixer? You need a mixer because of X, Y, and Z. If you're doing stuff yourself, it doesn't matter at all, and so forth. So gear is, everyone knows kind of the top spec gear, and it's good to kind of aim for it, especially if you want to do kind of higher and higher caliber work. But just know that it's going to be more about your attitude and your kind of technique that'll kind of see you through in terms of actually recording that good sound. Because someone could give me, I could be thrown into a shoot and we literally start turning over in 4 minutes, and they give me like a cantar or something. And I think in 4 minutes I could roughly figure out like what the audio levels are, what the gain structure's like, and hit record. And that would be the most essential thing, just being able to actually record and get a good recording. It's all about good sound at the end of the day. So, I mean, this is going on and on. So thank you very much for joining me for this one. This is a very strange one because it's kind of like a retrospective thing, and I've just kind of thrown the camera on kind of foolishly, I guess, in terms of thinking this video is going to be like 11 minutes as well. So if you get all the way through, you may as well hit the like button if you like it. Share. It's more about a conversation as well. So obviously get down in the comments and and leave your comments and thoughts on maybe what gear you have now or what gear you want, or any questions. And in subsequent days, weeks, months, maybe, I don't know, we can talk more about gear paths and kind of what to look for in the right types of gear, depending on microphones, depending on recorders, mixers, and everything else. So, I've been Matt Price, soundrolling.com. Check it out. It's all new. Check out all the sound chats, 30 hours of like Oscar-winning sound people telling you their experiences and their advice. I mean, what's not to love about that? And I will see you tomorrow.